Hello everyone. I would like to present today a blockchain platform for the government of Uzbekistan. And first of all, I would like to know that this was the initiative of the government to develop this platform for the government use in the public sector. And then it was commissioned by the government authority that is responsible for the blockchain implementation on a nationwide scale. Currently, it runs on a real pilot projects that were successfully implemented and tested and then certified by authorities. What we did for this platform is we took only the best from all other available blockchain platforms that currently on the market, and we also tried to minimize the negative side effects of the blockchain, such as low speed transactions on a platform and token volatility on exchange and those kind of negative factors that are not needed currently on the government platform. This platform is a part of 2021 digital economy strategy. It was signed by the president, and we expect that the blockchain adoption in the public sector should be around 80%. It's fully compliant to all the laws because laws and regulations developed in parallel as the progress goes with the platform. On the other side of the fence, government officials are working on the required regulations. So we all get to see this platform live and running by the 2021. So why blockchain was picked to be core technology for this platform? And the answer is actually very simple. It's because the blockchain technology provides the trust as the free service. It's like a basic service. It's like it's something that is given by default to all users, and all the information that will be entered to this platform and previously agreed by those users, all this information cannot be changed, cannot be altered, cannot be edited or deleted without all others noticing it. And also helps that a lot of data transfers will be done by algorithm, which also helps to eliminate this human factor and all unnecessary interpersonal, sometimes issues or like barriers that can happen in a real life. So we think that a blockchain platform can be really an indestructible source of truth for all the users, which also leaves no ground for the corruption and bureaucracy, because in those critical areas where it can usually happen or currently happening, blockchain really can help to eliminate these reasons and extra ground for the corruption and bureaucracy to appear. It also provides the real-time access for all the auditing services and organizations that are responsible for making sure that everything what's happening currently on the blockchain platform is compliant with all the regulations, with all the norms and standards. So it's really transparent and safe and secure environment for all. So what we can build on the top of this blockchain platform? We can build an ecosystem. The ecosystem that will consist of 4 main ingredients. First, it's a unified source of credible data. All the information that entered into this ecosystem will consider to be final and true. Second, all this data will be handled by pilot projects, by the solutions, by algorithm, something that will handle data transfer from user to the user. And those solutions needs to be very easy to implement and easy to deploy by third parties, by external IT systems and all those who would like to interact with this blockchain platform. The third ingredient is definitely to make this ecosystem to be more diversified and bring more momentum, we definitely need to think about how we can bring more external players, external users, such as also government entities, government authorities, organizations, non-profits, business at some point. So this also will have a positive impact on the ecosystem. And the fourth very important ingredient for the ecosystem is the participant who have their equal rights. So, as I mentioned earlier, blockchain provides the trust, and it also makes every voice count in that ecosystem. And we believe this would be a very, beneficial to start with for that project. Is building up a really good and solid, transparent ecosystem. And how we can build all of that? It's a really tough question because there is no, currently there is no guidelines, there is no requirements, there is no instructions how to build the properly the blockchain platform for the government use especially. So what we did, we created a pilot laboratory. Pretty much what it will do, it will identify the problem and then come up with the solution, come up with the idea for the concept, how to fix this problem by using blockchain or traditional technology or combination of both. Then once we identify the problem and we came up with the solution, with the concept of the solution, we will develop this pilot into the pilot. And this will be tested on a smaller fraction of targeted audience, and then all the results will be documented and refined. So at the end of the day, we will get the pilot that is definitely that's the solution that is definitely compliant with all the requirements that we identified in the original scope. In the original scope identification. Also, once this pilot will be done and there is understanding of what needs to be done with this solution, we can actually start the assessment of what resources we would need, what anything that is needed to build this solution to be ready for production. And once we get to the point when that solution is ready for production, we will start thinking about how to scale up this into all other agencies everywhere where this solution can be also leveraged and reused. And that's how we will iterate and implement the solution from concept of pilot to actually production ready solution. And once it's ready for the full scale implementation and all the agencies and all the entities identified, and that's when we can take this single generic templated solution that came from the pilot and then scale it everywhere to all entities and to all agencies. How it can be done? Like, is this blockchain platform can handle all of this transaction, you may ask? Yes, it can. We've run many tests and we recorded that this platform can handle up to 10,000 transactions per second, which makes it to be very, to be far ahead of competitors. Definitely, it's one of the best probably achievements that blockchain platform has so far. And then also we inherited a really good feature from the parent Ethereum platform, is that we can create a limited number of sidechains within the parent blockchain, so any other entity can actually launch its own kind of sidechain inside of the parent main blockchain platform. We also implemented hybrid blockchain and database storage, which pretty much helps with the performance by storing critical data on blockchain and the secondary data on traditional database. So that's the combination that helps with the performance and the cost reduction. And also this platform can easily run few applications in the same time, while many other, especially public blockchain platforms, cannot handle sometimes a single application properly. So where we at with the development? We broke the whole development at 3 stages. The core blockchain, this stage is completed, it's done, the solution is certified and it's currently in production. The next thing, we will focus on a service layer to help with the integrations with the third party and external IT systems back and forth. And lastly, we will focus on actually refinement of the ecosystems by bringing the unique solutions, closing the gaps on the platform, and helping to build better processes, design new business processes, new business logics, and implementing these solutions on the platform to create this vibrant ecosystem for all the users and the government to progress on their economy. It also needs to be very secure. That's why we decided that it will be a permission blockchain. And from day one, it's been commissioned and developed within the existing IT infrastructure that Uzbekistan has. And that's why it's always been protected and it's always been compliant to all the laws. And we think that this provides enough of level of security that is required at this moment.